going on, everybody? Does your 2024 TE300 or any Husqvarna model, I think just about any Husqvarna model would run the same bearings, but does it do this? A little bit of wiggle. Well, that's your wheel bearing. Let's replace it. Take your bearings, stick them in the freezer. We're not going to be in here for long, but it should help a little bit. These are the tools you will need for the job. 30 mil for the nut on the wheel axle. I've got my adjustable and my 19 to go along with my slide hammer kit. That tightens the slide hammer. My needle nose pliers to get the axle guide or housing, whatever you want to call it, out of the hub. Rubber mallet, just because I don't want to be beating the hell out of everything. Bearing setters. Torch, which is just like a camping grill propane tank with just a torch end. Works just fine. And that should really be all that you would need other than something to set the wheel on. Then what you do is you take your stand that you stole from the boys at Broken Toe Enduro from a race because they left it behind. Shout out Broken Toe. I'm going to give it back to you at the next race that I go to, I swear, which is going to be woodchopper. And you throw your wheel up on that with a hole in it. So that way you can do things and things will fall out and get caught up. It's got a nice rubber top, so that way you don't scratch anything up. I'd use my stand, but just holding up my bike. Pop your seals. I don't have a seal puller yet. Probably buy one. I'm not sure if there's a snap ring in here. And there is a snap ring. See that? That is your snap ring. So get your snap ring pliers, squeeze that together and it should come right out. I have probably the crappiest air in the world, but they do the job. Sometimes it's not the easiest. Shoot it across the shop and lose it. Professional. Telling you. Professional. So I'm using a slide hammer. Find the one that fits the best but will still go. Get her in there. Making sure it's level is pretty key. Very good to tighten. You don't want it slipping. Get your hammer. Screw it in. Do I need to chase these studs, dude? No, it's just crooked. Just crooked. I might need support, I don't know. This bike's pretty new, so it should be fine, I think. Yeah, support is going to be needed. I may need some heat. Using the crappiest torch money can buy, but it does what I need it to. That's all that really matters. Give that a whirl. Beautiful! See how much easier that was? Now that everything's scorching hot, get in there with your bare hands, pull out the axle tube, flip it over and do the other bearing. Actually, you can probably just knock this one out. Don't forget to take out your circlip before you start hammering on that from the top, if that's what you choose to do. For me, because I know this is going to be hot, 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 just take some needle nose, I'll open them. I'll keep that steady. Oh my God, look at the moisture. No wonder these bearings are torched. Look at all the condensation on it. No wonder why this thing failed. And I'm pretty good at keeping this stuff clean. There ain't nothing you can do about that. Enduro life. Flip it. Find your circlip. Apparently your sprocket side does not have a circlip. Oh, crud, dude. Look at all that rust that came up with it. That's not good, dudes. Not good. That does not look or feel good at all. The other one's a little bit better, but this is the spanked one. Now I'm just gonna get it cleaned out with some brake cleaner. Oh guys, I'm sorry, I didn't show you how bad it was in there like promised. But I got it cleaned out pretty good for the most part. There's still some pitting in there and stuff, but that's not the important stuff. They got it all lathered up with a little bit of grease to kind of help keep water out of the bearings. The bike cleaned up. I got all my parts cleaned up and lathered up with grease. Ready to go. I did everything all at once because I had to give the bearings some time to get cold. They haven't been in there long. I want them as cold as possible so they drop right in. But I don't think they're going to if I get to it right now. But we'll get them in there either way. Let's get to it. So I'm gonna start with the rotor side, because on the rotor side it takes a circlip. I don't want to be fighting with the circlip at the end. I want to get this set and then put everything together to that. I'm going to start off with a little bit of heat. Driver, nice and easy. The bigger hammer. There we go. Hit it with a little bit of grease without burning my fingers. I like to hit them with some grease, some waterproof grease, because I think it helps keep the water out of them. Collapse it very carefully. Beautiful. Dust seal.
And you flip and repeat. I'm not even sure if the heat helped, but I'm going to do it again.
And that's how you do a bearing install on a 2024 TE 300. If you like this video, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll catch you on the next one. Thanks.